Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Amber Maria and my subject is Educational Planning and Management, and my department is Education, and I am the student of University of Sargota. Here is the outline of my topics: public organization, classical and contemporary theories, leadership theories, theories of motivation, content theories. Let's talk about public organization. What is public organization? Public organization sectors are owned and controlled by the government, provide public services, public goods, which cause problems for the private sectors, and so they are often better provided by the public sectors. Here are the classical and contemporary theories. First one is scientific management theory, administration theory, bureaucracy model, the human relation theory. The classical approaches to management. Scientific management. It focuses on the individual worker's productivity. Bureaucratic management focuses on the overall of organizational system, and administrative management focuses on the functions of management. First one is scientific management theory. Frederick Wedlow presented or developed scientific management theory. He is known as father of scientific management. Born in a wealthy family in the US in 1856, he graduated from 7th Institute Technology as a mechanical engineer in 1883. Scientific management theory is a theory of management that analyzes and synthesizes workflow. Its main objective is improving economic efficiency, especially labor productivity. One of the earliest attempts to apply science to engineering of processes and to management. Scientific management is sometimes known as Taylorism after F.W. Taylor. Here is 4 principles of scientific management theory. First one is science, not the rule of thumb. It is to improve the performance level. The rule of thumb is replaced by science. Second one is harmony, not discord. There must be a coordination of the activities of the employees and not discord. Third one is cooperation, not individualism. There should be an environment of cooperation in the organization of mutual interest. Fourth one is development of every person to his greatest efficiency. Motivation is to be provided to greatest efficiency to every member of the organization. Let's explain the 4 rules of scientific management. First one, scientific management. First one rule is science, not rule of thumb. Here is the explanation. Replace working by rule of thumb or simple habit and common sense, and instead use the scientific method to study work and determine the most efficient way to perform specific task. Second one is the development of each man to his greatest efficiency and proficiency. Rather than simply assign workers to just any job, match workers to their jobs based on capability and motivation, and train them to work at maximum efficiency. Third is cooperation, not individualism. Monitor worker performance and provide instructions and supervision to ensure that they are using the most effective ways of working as a unit. Fourth is division of labor between manager and workers. Allocate the work between managers and workers so that the managers spend their time planning and training, allowing the workers to perform their tasks efficiently. Let's talk about administrative theory of management. Henry Fayol was a French mining engineer. Later he turned on to be a leading industrial and successful manager. He wrote a monograph in French in 1960 titled Journal and Industrial Administration. Administrative management is the process of managing information through people. This usually involves performing the storage and distribution of information to those within an organization. represent top-level management pertaining thinking and planning functions. It performs the function of formulation of vision, mission, and strategies. Here are 6 managerial activities. First is technical activities. It means productions, manufacture, and adaptation. Second is commercial activities. It includes buying, selling, and exchange. Third is financial activities. It includes search for an optimum use of capital. Fourth one is security activities. It provides protection of property and persons. Fifth one is accounting activities, stock taking, balance sheet, cost, statistics. Last one is managerial activities like planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Here are 14 principles of administrative management. Henry Fayol developed a set of 14 principles. 1. Division of labor. It allows for job specialization. Fayol noted firms can have too much specialization, leading to poor quality and worker involvement. Authority and responsibility. Fayol included both formal and informal authority resulting from special expertise. Third, discipline. Obedient, applied, respectful employees needed. Fourth, line of authority. A clear chain from top to bottom of the firm. Fifth one is centralization. The degree to which authority rests at the very top. Sixth, unity of direction. One plan of action to guide the organization. 7. Unity of command. Employees should have only one boss. 8. Order. Each employee is put where they have to the most value. 9. Initiative. Encourage innovation. 10. Equity. Treat all employees fairly in justice and respect. 11. Remuneration of personnel. The payment system contributes to success. 12. Stability of tenure. Long-term employment is important. 13. Journal is trust over individual interest. The organization takes precedence over the individual. 14. Esprit de corps. Union is strength. Refers to harmony and mutual understanding among the members of an organization. Let's talk about bureaucratic management theory. A bureaucratic management theory is presented by Max Weber. It focuses on the overall organizational system. Bureaucratic management is based upon firm rules, policies, and procedures, a fixed hierarchy, a clear division of labors. You can say these are the characteristics of bureaucracy theory or principles of bureaucracy theory. Hierarchical managerial structures, division of labor, formal selection process, career orientation, formal rules in personality. First, here are the 6 principles. First one, division of labor. Each person's job is broken down into simple, routine, and well-defined tasks. Second one, hierarchy. Each lower office is controlled and supervised by higher one, vertical division of levels. Third is rules, documentations to ensure uniformity and to regulate actions of employees. Managers must depend heavily upon formal organizational rules and regulations. Decisions are recorded in personal files. Fourth one is professionalism. Officially are selected on the basis of technical qualification, appointed to offices, and compensated by salary. Performance is measured by formal, informal rules. Fifth one is impersonality. Authority is impersonal and it rests with ranks and positions of office holder rather than person. Sixth one is careerism. It is related to career. An official is a full-time employee and looks forward to a lifelong career in the agency. Tenure and position is protected against arbitrary dismissal. Let's talk about the human relation approach. George Elif Mayo was born in South Australia on 26 December 1880. He was the father of human relation approach, professor at the Harvard Business School, leader of Harvard experiment, and he was died on 1 September 1949. He divided the Howard experiment divided into four phases, and first phase is elimination experiment. This experiment was conducted to establish relationship between output and elimination. When the intensity of lies were increases, the output also increased. The output showed an upward trend even when the illumination was gradually brought down to the normal level. Second is relay assembly test room experiment. This phase aimed at knowing not only the impact of illumination on production but also other factors, length of the working days, rest hours, and other physical conditions. In this experiment, a small homogeneous work group of 6 girls was constituted. These girls were friendly to each other and were asked to work in a very informal atmosphere under the supervision of a researcher. Productivity and morale increased considerably during the period of experiment. Productivity went on increasing and stabilized at a high level even when all the improvements were taken away and the pre-test conditions were reintroduced. Third one is mass interview program. The researchers interviewed a large number of workers with regards to their opinions on working condition and supervision. Initially, a direct approach was used whereby interviewers asked questions considered important by managers and researchers. Later, this approach was replaced by an indirect technique where the interviewers simply listened to what the workmen had to say. Fourth one is bank writing test room experiment. These experiments were conducted to study a group of workers under conditions which were as close as possible to normal. This group comprised of 14 workers. After the experiment, the production records of this group was compared with their earlier production records. It was observed that the group involved its own production norms for each individual workers, which was made lower than those set by the management. Because of this, workers would produce only that much, thereby defeating the incentive system. Those workers who tried to produce more than the group norms were isolated, harassed, or punished by the group. Let's talk about leadership theories. There are 4 theories of leadership that I am going to explain. First one is great man theory, trait theory, behavioral theory, and contingency theory. Let's define leadership. Leadership is a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. Great man theory. This theory was called great man because it focuses on identifying the innate qualities and characteristics possessed by great social, political, and military leaders. According to this theory, capacity for leadership is inborn, that is, a person is natural born leader. Though these born leaders are highly influential individuals gifted with divine inspiration and the right characteristics like charisma, intelligence, wisdom, political skills, etc., with the capability to have a decisive historical impact. Here is the description what the great man theory says. The main options. Leaders are often from aristocracy, rarely from lower classes. In times of need, great men would arise almost by magic. For XX, Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha. Here are some assumptions. Leaders are born, not made. Great leaders arises when there is a great need. Here is the trait theory. Essentially, the trait theory postulates that personal characteristics, for example, personality traits, cognitive skills, interpersonal skills, determine an individual's potentials for leadership roles. Thus, leadership is something intrinsic to the individual. This approach emphasizes leaders' attributes such as personality, motives, values, and skills. Here are some assumptions. People are born with inherited traits. Some traits are particularly suited to leadership. People who become good leaders have the right combination of traits. Third, behavioral theory. These theories advocated that leadership is shown by acts rather than traits, and that traits the leadership is the result of effective role behavior. The behavioral theorists concentrated on the unique behavioral aspect found in the leaders that enable them to attain effective leadership. Behavioral theories of leadership are based upon the beliefs that great leaders are made, not born. According to this theory, people can learn to become leaders through technique and observation. Let's explain its description. Do not seek inborn traits or capabilities, rather, they look at what leaders actually do. Easy to teach and learn than to adopt traits and capabilities. Here are the assumptions of behavioral theory. Leaders can be made rather than we are born. Successful leader is based in definable, learnable and behavior. Contingency theory. Here is the description. There is no one best way of leading, and that a leadership style that is effective in some situation may not be successful in others. Leaders who are very effective at one place and times may become unsuccessful either when transplanted to another situation or when the factors around them change. Here is assumption. The leader's ability to lead is contingent upon various situational factors, including the leader's preferred style, the capabilities and behaviors of followers, and also various other situational factors. Let's talk about motivation. Motivation, it is defined as a driving force that initiates and directs behaviors. Motivation is a kind of internal energy which drives a person to do something in order to achieve something. It is a temporal and dynamic state within a person which is concentrated with his or her personality. Here are four theories of motivation. These are called by content theories. The first one is Maslow hierarchy theory. Second one is Herbert's motivator hygiene theory. Third is Halford ERG theory, and last one is Macmillan three needs theory. Maslow need theory based on five principles, five steps. First one is physical needs, satisfied needs, social needs, self-esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Here is the little explanation. Physiological motivation provides ample break for lunch, pay salaries that allow worker to buy life essentials. Second is safety needs, provides a working environment which is safe, relative job security, and freedom from threats. Social needs generate a feeling of acceptance, belonging by reinforcing team. Fourth one is self-esteem motivators. It recognizes achievement, assigns important projects, and provides status to make employees feel valued and appreciated. Last one is self-actualization. It offers challenging and meaningful work assignments which enable innovation, creativity, and progress according to long-term goals. Here is the two-factor theory of motivation. Frederick Herbert's well-known two-factor theory was designed in year 1959. It based on 200 engineers and accountant feedbacks collected in US regarding their personal feelings towards their working environment. Herbert defined two sets of factors in deciding employees' working attitudes and level of performance, named motivation hygiene factors. Here I divided them. Motivators, work itself, autonomy, authority, responsibility, recognition, achievement, and hygiene factors, relationships, job security, work conditions, salary, and wages. Let's talk about Macmillan need theory of management. It is divided into three phases: need for achievement, need for forward, need for application. David Macmillan introduced this theory during 1960. It is based on Maslow's hierarchy of need. According to him, individual possesses three needs which are not innate; they are learned through culture, age, and experiences. Macmillan achievement power application theory. The need for achievement is the desire to do something better than it has been done before. The need for power is the desire to control, influence, and be responsible for other people. And the need for application is the desire to maintain close and friendly personal relationship. The ERG theory, a theory of human motivation that focuses on three groups of needs that form a hierarchy: existence needs, relatedness needs, growth needs. The theory suggests that these needs change their position in the hierarchy as circumstances change. Here is Maslow need hierarchy, and it is divided into three phases: growth, relatedness, and existence needs. This group of needs is concerned with providing the basic requirements for material existence, such as physiological and safety needs. In a work context, this need is satisfied by money earned in a job for the purchase of food, shelter, and clothing. Related needs. This group of needs focuses on the desire to establish and maintain interpersonal relationship with family, friends, and co-workers and employees. It interacts with other people, receive public recognition, and feel secure around people. The amount of time most people spend at work, this need is normally satisfied to some extent by their relationship with colleagues and managers. And last one is growth need. These needs are about the fulfillment of desire to be creative, productive, and to complete meaningful tasks. These needs are all about by personal development. In a work context, a person's job, career, or profession can provide a significant satisfaction of growth needs. Thank you so much.